Hey guys, within the last 2 days I've made 2 videos, one being the best 5 maps in Fall Guys and the other one being the 5 worst maps in Fall Guys. And while I was making that latter video, the 5 worst maps in Fall Guys, I thought it was very challenging because I wanted to basically just put all of the team games down there, because my criteria for the value of a game in Fall Guys is how much ability you have to control the outcome for yourself, as well as just how much fun it is. So some of the team games are fun, but it is very difficult to control your outcome, since if you have bad teammates, you're probably just going to lose. So today I wanted to just individually rank all of the team games in Fall Guys so we can see how they compare to each other, rather than the maps where you play individually, because obviously those are going to be better. And then one more super brief thing right before we jump into this list. I'm going to be making a ton of Fall Guys videos in the near future, including news, what's going on with the game, and changes that are happening in the game that aren't really being publicized. If you guys are interested in videos like this, and then also videos like those, make sure you're subscribing. Otherwise, guys, let's get right into this. So at number 7 and dead last, we have Hoarders. It's the gameplay you're seeing right now. Now, personally, I will say I do not mind this one this much, solely because I did not lose on it that much, or rather I have not lost on it that much in the past, and I think that I probably have just gotten lucky with teammates and just circumstances, etc. But I know that the consensus in the Fall Guys community, so to speak, is that this is a terrible game. A lot of people don't like this one. I will agree that the concept is just kind of bland. Just keep balls in an area. It's almost like a watered down egg scramble almost. So what I would say is that this is not a very good map at all, objectively and just according to the community opinion. So that's why I'm putting this one at number 7. At number 6, we got Egg Scramble. I am not a huge fan of this one at all, and it is just very frustrating for the whole reason that it is just very hard to do what you intend to do in this game. So I'll give you an example. If you are trying to defend your basket, the best you can do if somebody is holding an egg is go up to them and squeeze them, and then hope that the egg lands inside of your basket and it doesn't go flying out. And on the flip side, on offense, if you grab an egg within the basket, the best you can hope to do is let it go flying out, or just hope that somebody ignores you while you're leaving. And it's also very difficult to jump up the steps as you're trying to get out of the basket. I think that there is a good foundational concept on this one. At least it's better than Hoarders, but I think that it is just not very well executed in the mechanics of how the eggs just go flying out of people's hands when you wrestle for them. I'm not sure that I'm describing this in the best way. I know it's kind of difficult to describe to you guys, but I think that there's definitely flaws in this one. It's pretty frustrating, and it's not even because I lose a ton of the time, but I think that it's just difficult to do what I intend to do in this one. So for that reason, I'm giving it number 6. At number 5, I'm putting Team Tail Tag. Now, I will make this brief because I don't have a super concrete reason for it, but I do know that I have a few personal gripes, and it's not because I lose in it a lot. I'd say that I win in this one more often than I do in other team games, but I think that only a quarter of the people being eliminated is definitely frustrating, doesn't feel like enough. I would say that your teammates being able to take your tail is definitely a dumb feature, and it also being very similar to 2 modes that are already in, individual tail tag as well as royal fumble, just makes this one kind of bland, kind of boring, decent concept, kind of overused, not perfected, and I would say that that's why this one is put at number 5. At number 4, we got Fall Ball, and I'd say that this is one of the more iconic game modes in Fall Guys, but at the same time, it is so dependent on having good teammates, so much more so than the other team game modes, that I think that this one just can't be as high as it should be. And I think that this one is a lot better, say if you have a team of 4 playing and then you're doing a 4-on-4 towards the end of the game and you have teammates and you can actually control the outcome. But if your team is bad, you will get destroyed. I have played tons of games where I win 8 or 11 to nothing, and I'll have tons of games where I lose 8 or 11 to nothing, and it's still me, a player on the team, playing, but my teammates are so important and crucial in making sure that I win, that if they're not good, then I don't really have a chance in the first place. And again, like I said in the beginning of this video, I really value being able to control my own fate in this game, and if there is a game like this one where I am super dependent on my teammates, I just can't give it as much hype and as much credit as it would otherwise deserve. So that's why I think that Fall Ball is where it is. Okay, it really pains me to put this one here. This is Jinx, it's number 3, and I really don't like this mode, and you may be wondering why am I putting it here if I don't like it? And one thing I will also add is that I don't even think it's a great concept on its own. I don't even think it's that much fun. I don't think that it's that fair considering you're one of like 20 players on a team, and if a player is not playing or just not very good, it can totally derail your game. The one thing that I'll put here is that it is amazing that 20-ish people get eliminated, assuming you're doing a 20 on 20, if you win this game. So it's kind of like a 50-50 gamble. I really love how it eliminates a ton of players. It can get you to the end a lot faster, and I don't think it's a great mode on its own, but I do love the risk reward. It is a luck-based risk reward, which isn't amazing, but at this moment in time, I do have a little bit of a soft spot for this one, solely for that reason that it just knocks out so many players. At number 2, and the first of the only 2 decent team games in Fall Guys, this one is Rock and Roll. I'll make this one short. This one is very good. It is a lot of fun. It also is not completely dependent on your teammates being super good, because you can still impact the ball even if your teammates are all pushing it straight. You can still go on the side and make sure that you're navigating it correctly. I also love the strategy that you can drop off early and you can go prevent other balls from being rolled. You can trap them in the corner, etc., and you can split your team up to have different roles. This one is really cool. My only complaint is that the blue team gets bullied sometimes because they're in the middle, but other than that, this one is very solid, and even though it has a couple small flaws, I think that it's definitely miles ahead of the other team games. At number 1, we have Poopy Daisy. I hated this one the first 3 times I ever played it because I lost each time. It does take a good amount of skill, and you also have the ability to carry your team if you need to by getting to golden rings quicker. I just feel like I have more of an impact on my team when I play this one. I don't always win it. Sometimes I lose it and it's kind of frustrating and I get blown out by like 10 or something, but I think this one is definitely the most dependent on skill. You also have the most ability to help your team. It's also just fun. Jumping through those hoops is satisfying. There's not much more to say than that, and I think that this is not a perfect game mode. It definitely has its flaws as well, and definitely a lot of people don't like it, but it just goes to show how bad some of these other team games are, that this one, even though it's not perfect, is definitely and by far the number 1 spot. I like Rock and Roll as well. I think these are the only 2 decent ones, however, and all the other ones are seriously frustrating. Other than that, guys, that's all I have for you guys today, and I want to know your guys' thoughts. Let me know where you disagree in the comments. Anyway, I had fun making this video. Make sure you subscribe for more videos like these and other types. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be doing more Fall Guys soon, and I'll see you later.